Guys, I don't know if you can hear it. I really wanted to shoot this video outside. The lighting would be better. Right now I'm playing with light levels, trying to get it to where we're gonna get, oop, wrong color. That's not the right color. There we go. That's the one we want. I don't know if you can hear it. They are doing tree trimming. I really wanted to do this outside, but I can't. There's no way to film this outside. So what are we gonna talk about? Second video today. You guys won't see it as such, unless you were a member. Members get immediate access to anything that goes up. We are talking about Ed Cope knives, and we don't have one, we have two. We have two different variants of the same knife. One is really special, and one is like one that you can just get online. So let's turn this around. Let's talk about Ed Cope knives, but if you're wearing headphones, turn down the volume, because here comes the music. So for those of you who've never been to a show and gotten to meet Ed Cope, one of the nicest guys you'd ever want to meet. He's real good friends with Tom Mayo. As a matter of fact, the R33 and SR33 are designs that were come across and made basically by him and Tom Mayo. Now these knives, this is a standard SR33, and this is a custom flipper in a Damascus, in like I don't know whether it's, I think it's ladder Damascus, VG10 ladder Damascus. We're gonna look at both of them. Now, I've seen this knife, this exact knife. This is the Project Venturous Ed Cope SR33. It's not a flipper, it is a thumb opener. I can't flip it, my hands are too big to flip it. But it's in XHP, and then we have the one that Matt bought both of these at the show. But I've seen this particular knife go from anywhere between $350 and $750, depending. I was looking at like average prices. This is kind of a rare knife. These are hard to come by. But this one is an XHP, and then this is a hand custom flipper. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna flip this camera around. We're gonna take a look at it, but I just want you guys to keep in mind that these are kind of special knives. These are something that you're not gonna get to see very often, and I get to see two of them. Ed Cope knives are really well done. Like I said, Matt does carry both of these, I believe. I think he likes this one. He favors this one. But let's turn the camera around and get a good look at it. Like I said, I wanted to film it outside. I think that the light would be better for these particular knives outside. I just can't do it. They're gonna be working on this all day today. So yeah, let's go ahead and do that. We'll get some size comparison. I'll get some weight. I didn't do weights in the last video. And so I'll get that put up, and then we'll talk about the knife a little bit. So meet me right back here while I grab the rest of the stuff. All right, guys, let's get into this quick so I can get the scale out of the way. So both of these knives are. This is the flipper. So you can see this is SR33F for flipper. Blade length is 3.28. Closed, it's 4.47. Overall length of 8.05 inches. And the date it was made was 22 October 2019. Actually, this was the date. I believe that that's the date we were at the show. And it's got Ed's thing, and it tells about what the steel is. So that is this one. That is this custom in this Damascus, this gorgeous Damascus. Now Matt likes the other one better, but I told him, I was like, you should hold on to this. You'll never see one that has that. I mean, you're never gonna see these two of these ever. And I like how it's got like the unique brushed antique look to it, like it's worn copper, but this is all titanium. Action on this is great, like really great. Like this action on this is probably one of the best full custom flippers that I've felt in a long time. A lot of times customs have got some little minor issues with them. You got Ed's design logo right there. Let's go back and look at the other one, which is just a regular SR33. Ew, sorry, bumping stuff. SR33 in titanium. I like that shattered milling. in that hole there. That could be some unique color designs with some anodizing. But let's get back down to what I was saying. Let's get the weights. So this one and this one are a little different. So the custom is 805 overall, 8.05 overall. This one is 7.74 overall. Blade length is a little different on these. Not much, but there is some overall differences in size. So let's look at this one, the standard model. It is so smooth. I just can't flip it because my hands are the wrong size. So in ounces, you are looking at 4 1/4 for the non-flipper, and then for the flipper, 4 1/2. So not much of a weight difference. Now, let's take a good look at these. Flipping action on this one it's insane. It's so nice. The Damascus has got almost I like to call this the worn galvanized bucket look. That's what it reminds me of, is a galvanized bucket you had on the farm and some of the galvanization has worn off. Beautiful blade, nice shape, really comfortable in hand, with the exception of that pocket clip. I'm not a big fan of the pocket clip, mainly because it's got that high point right there. That's it. That's not a showstopper. That could be easily rectified, but this one I can flip. This one I can flip because it is a flipper. It's a D10. Matt can flip that one. Really, really nice finish. Remember, this is the full custom. Nice coloration on hardware. Just overall, a really attractive package for a knife. Then we have this one. And like I said, we already looked at it. Same thing, same pocket clip, same overall knife. This one is in XHP. This is in a VG10 Damascus. But they both have Ed's design logo on them. And they are really, really, really attractive. Matt's already got some issues. I may sharpen this for him before it goes back. Guy knows when it's going to go back. Same overall feel. Pocket clip is still, like, that pocket is letting me a little aggressive, but the action on both of these is great. This is super smooth. Titanium is well done. No lock bar insert. These don't have a lock bar insert. These are titanium on steel. Let me give it, there we go, I got it. This one rides on bushings. This one rides on like phosphor bronze washers, which are technically a type of bushing. You see this one's been carried a lot. Like I said, these knives are not cheap. These are not cheap knives. This one is a flipper on, I believe, also runs on phosphor bronze washers, if I remember correctly. No, it does not. This runs on bearings. Let's look in here and see if I can show you guys what I'm talking about. I can actually see the bearings in there. Little shiny points of bearings. There's bearings in there, not washers. You can see that it's a clad style Damascus. You've got that line running right down the center where your VG10 cutting edge is separate from your clad materials. This is such an attractive knife. I zoomed in, such an attractive knife. I zoomed in because I wanted you guys to see like the little intricacies of that design. Like, it looks like a worn galvanized bucket. Really like that look. This was one of the most attractive knives I saw at the show that year. And I knew that I was picking this up for Matthew. This was his birthday present. He won this lottery and I actually loaned him some. I love that like scuffed finish on that. Like, I really like this knife. Guys, like, this is one of the best custom folders that I've handled in a long time. It just makes me happy to hold it. It's a great, great knife. And I like I said, I'm a fan of the flipper. The action on both of them. Is just amazing. Nice lockup. Same on this. Neither one of them have a lock bar insert. But you can see some little differences. You can see the little bit of size difference between the two of them. Yeah, man, I'm so happy when I got to pick this up. Talked to Ed. I got a message from Ed when this came up, and he was like, "Hey, you're first place." And I thought Matt was going to crap himself. So
we went over and we paid for it and got it. So let's get this flipped around. Like I said, oh, the other thing I wanted to show while we're doing it, like all around package. Both of these knives came with a leather. That's leather. That's not plastic. That's not pleather. That is actual leather on the outside of these cases and emblazoned with Ed's logo, the Cope design. So let's go ahead and flip this around. We'll talk about Ed and the knives a little bit more.
So, like I said, Ed is really good friends with Tom Cope. Tom Cope has been helping him, like he's basically Tom's apprentice. And he has taken up very well. I told Ed at the show when I got to pick these up, I was like, dude, I gotta tell you, like the knives last year, this was what I was telling him. So the knives 2 years ago, I was like, Ed, those knives were good. They were good, they were great knives. But the change between the show year before last and last year, between the 2018 show and the 2019 show, huge improvement in just pretty much everything. Fit, finish, grind, everything about them is so much better. They are so, dude, that is a dead center grind. That is dead nuts perfect on this knife. And the fact is, he's just a nice guy. Him and his wife, they're at the table. Last year they had the kids. A year before last, 2018, they had their kids with them and the wife was manning the table. And then this year I got to talk to Ed in person on camera. If you look, I remember we did talk to him for the video, but like one of the nicest guys you want to meet at a show, and was really accommodating. Matt wanted to buy one of these. I had contacted him through another really famous knife maker. I was like, texted the guy, I was like, hey, can you do me a favor? Because you're already in the show, right? He was like, yeah. I said, can you walk over by Ed Cope's table and ask him if he can hold this knife, one of these knives, the S33s, so that we can get it? And he's like, yeah, I'll go ask him. And so when we showed up, he was like, no, I can't hold anything. He's like, I've got lotteries and I've got stuff I'm selling. He's like, I can't hold anything. If somebody, so we showed right up immediately, and I told him, hey man, I'm sorry, I was just trying, there we go, to get this for my friend. And so Matt was able to pick this up, and then we won this. And so he walked out with 2 Ed Copes. Now this knife, full custom Ed Cope, easy over $1,000. I don't remember what we paid for it. And even if we did, I wouldn't tell you. But I'm not gonna lie to you. These knives are amazing. And talked with Tom. I talked with Tom Mayo after. And I was like, hey, I was talking with Ed, your boy Ed Cope. And he goes, yeah, he's a good kid. He's a great kid. I love that kid. He learns well. And I was like, well, he's got a good teacher. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. The Ed Cope knives that we picked up at the show. One's an XHP, one's in VG1. I haven't sharpened either one of them. Like I said, as far as anything wrong with either one of them, that is rock solid. No lock stick, even though they are titanium on steel. Nice, clean lines. I'm not seeing anything that stands out. The only thing that I don't like about it is that high point on the pocket clip. And to tell you the truth, even though it has a high point on that pocket clip, it really isn't that bad unless you slide your hand. Like if you're just holding it and you're not doing a lot of super hard work, not that bad. Not that bad at all. So yeah, this was a great pickup at the show, and I'm just now getting around to do it. I'm sure Matt would love to have his Copes back. But we are sequestering ourselves. We are social distancing, so we will not be doing that. Throat's dry, sorry. So, what's the deal with the rest of the week? Don't know. What's the deal with the rest of the quarantine? I don't know. I will come up with content. Nico's thinking of content. I've got some sharpening videos to do. I have knives here that we've never talked about and things like that. And I am going to address the giveaway. Even though this video is coming out, this video will be out later in the week. I'm shooting it today. Today's Tuesday. It probably won't be out till probably Friday. I think I'm gonna either Friday or Saturday, or possibly even into next week. I'm stockpiling some videos to release them. However, if you are a paying member, it doesn't matter which tier. That's the other thing I was gonna say. I publicized the other tier. I finally put it up, the lower price tier. So you have your baseline tier and a premium tier. I will be giving early access to the premium tier right now only. mainly because they're the only ones I have. So if you want to see early content, if you want to see the videos when I first pop up, then that's where you'll see that. And for everyone, keep checking the communities tab on the channel. The community tab will have little announcements, little questions and things like that. So if you're not following that, you may miss out, especially if you're a member, because that's where all the member exclusive content will be put, is in the community tab where I go in there. So if you don't know how to find that, go to my channel and you'll see a join button, you'll see community, you'll see videos, you'll see all that stuff across top. The community tab is where you're going to see my posts that aren't necessarily video posts. So anybody that has any questions about that, don't feel free, don't be afraid to ask me any questions. I'll answer them. And that's where I posted up a thing, like it was kind of like a poll. What do you guys want to see in videos? There's only been a couple responses to that. And then the last thing I'm gonna do today is I am gonna do a feed today. You guys will see it, today is Tuesday, talking about why we're not gonna be doing 2 giveaway items. So they had a specific requirement for them. So there probably will be another giveaway announcement to see if we can't get it right this time. So guys, not to get it right, I don't mean like it's you guys' fault that it didn't happen. Like I'm saying, like maybe I just need to make it more clear as to the parameters of what are the rules of the giveaway. So like I said, guys, keep yourselves safe. If you don't have to be outside, regardless, I don't care what all the silly people are saying. If you don't have to go out and expose yourself to catch something, then don't, because the fact is, just because it might not affect you, it may affect someone else you're in contact with. I'm sure that the elderly people that you know do not want to catch this, and neither do anyone that you may know that's immunocompromised, as I am, but you wouldn't be able to tell. I take meds that make me immunocompromised. I could get it really bad. So take care of yourself, stay healthy, and I will talk to you guys in the next video. I love you, and I'll see you next time. Goddamn watch.